Happy. Boom. We're in. I think we're live. Yeah, we're live. Oh, we're all live too. Alive, alive. Boom. I got access to that. Wow. That's right. All right. We're alive now. So today was a great day in futures trading. An absolute banger day, actually. Let me move this to a new window. Move tab to new window. Bang. Absolute banger day. Um, Beautiful, actually. I couldn't even have asked for a better day. I could have probably bought or probably could have held a little bit longer on some of these. I just did a lot of scalping. I actually traded quite a bit today, but I just saw so many opportunities. And there's not every day that you get the bear flag market that we got today. And every pop was a drop, and I was loving every second of it. So I stayed in. I stayed involved. Ended up having a $2,700 day here in futures, and I'm only about $830 away from, or nine. Was that 830? No, I think I have a little bit of dyslexia right now. $930 away from completing my fourth futures challenge. So um, I'll have four accounts. You can actually execute. The best part about this is you can execute your trades together. So I'm not just up $2,700 on just this account. Just saying. Um, so I've had a hell of a day today trading futures. Love that. My goal usually is around that $500 to $1,000 mark, but I just kept going today. I just saw things left and right and to the left and to the right, so I just kept going. But here we are. We're I don't see too much action going on right here. I did swing Nvidia and got hit on it a little bit, but it was just that one contract, and I didn't even end up playing it after that because it just got absolutely torched. So huge drop down on Nvidia yesterday. I didn't really like the upside, but I took it very small. And yeah, that's really kind of what I'm looking at. The market got absolutely hit today by the FTCH rating down. I don't know if I believe that that's going to do anything crazy to the world, but you know, we needed some sort of bad news to pull us back because the market is literally just on a tear. So I was playing a lot of shorts on the market, and what I'm looking for now is what we can do from here. So I'm going to zoom out. And we did break below that 374.25 support line that I really did have. So, and now we're bouncing a little bit. And we actually bounced off this level. I'm going to bring this over so you guys can see this entirely. But this is what I've been watching, right? Boom. I'm looking at this level, and I'm looking at this level. Do you use Tradevate for charting as well or something else? I use Thinkorswim. So I use Thinkorswim to chart on one of my screens, and then I take those levels based off of what Tradevate is doing. So I actually chart on Thinkorswim, and I trade my futures off of Tradevate. So, oh, man, I'm tired. But this 373 level, if I draw this support and resistance line, this is how crazy this is. So the most recent drop was from this support level at this very bottom, this 374.46-ish area. And then if you zoom out a little bit, when in doubt, zoom out in trading, you see another level right here. All the way back here, 373 was its support line, right? So 373, great support line. And if you look at it, when you zoom in just a little bit more, we can even zoom in over here on the QQQ 1 hour chart. Look at where it bounced, literally to almost a T. So when you set these levels, it's very easy to trade off of them, especially in futures, because option contracts aren't just getting chopped out. It doesn't matter about time, it doesn't matter how long it takes to get there. If you can see that level go into that level and you can see a bounce play coming, I went long on this. And I played the drop the entire day, which is why I had such a massive day in trading today off of futures. So, I have 4 accounts, almost 4 accounts, 3.5. This one's only $900 away, which I will probably get tomorrow. Not gonna try very much today, but I'm gonna beat this challenge tomorrow, and then I'll have my 4th account. But like I said, I'm not just up over $2,500 on one account because I have 3 others. So I had a hell of a day on futures, and I kind of forget what I was doing. Oh, it's so much easier because you can play these bounce levels. You can play these levels very easily, and even if it does chop sideways, you're still good. Like you're still good because you're not losing. You're not holding an ice cube. It's not actually destroying you for holding something like this. Have you tried to beat multiple accounts at the same time, or do you do them individually every time? I do them individually every time just because I like to focus on it. And honestly, I'm probably not going to do very many more because that's $300,000 in funding. And honestly, what more do I really need at this point? I mean, I guess it's pretty cool that I can just keep going, but they're just taking money from me monthly at that point. So I might as well just keep stealing the profits of 80% split, 90% split. So it's just so much easier because as soon as I get to that 5th point, then it doesn't really matter to me about having funded accounts because it's really about the income tax bracket level. And at some point, once I'm making on the income level way more than the short-term capital gains tax bracket level, then it's not very beneficial. So I think 4 is a good amount to have. And I only have 3 monitors, so I'm just going to keep 4 in different screens, So that's my goal. That is my goal. People ask on the futures is why don't you just go heavier on one account? But the stops, that's why, because it fluctuates so much, right? So if I have 4 minis instead of 2 in each or 1 in each, 4 minis could drop just like a cent. Like you'd have to be like perfect entries in order to make it work for you. So by having 4 in 4 separate accounts, it's way easier because you have time to let it bounce around a little bit so it doesn't stop you out completely because there are rules on here and you don't want to hit that drawdown level. So there's levels to it. There's games to it. So you play the game. That's why I only do them individually to beat them, and then I do them all together for trading purposes. So let's take a look at this daily level real quick, though. I want to zoom out on the QQQ, see where we're headed. Kind of feels like we're topping out a little bit. It feels like we just got hit really, really hard today, but I mean, what the hell is this? This is literally nothing. This is just like a baby-ass candle. We've been running for months now, all the way since March. We haven't stopped since March. Actually, we really haven't stopped since February, January. Geez, this whole year we just been straight arrow up. So to me, it doesn't really look like we're dropping down at all. We're probably just consolidating before we hit this $400 level, which is kind of disgusting because if we go to all-time highs, that's just awful in my opinion. But what do you want me to say? Just a little double top, and then maybe we head back down to this 254. Honestly, this is just a ridiculous run. This QQQ is nuts. But that's another reason why I was in the TQQQ for so long. But 16 to 42, absolutely crazy. But when I look at this, I'm looking at levels to see where I want to trade off of next. So this is the weekly. Don't really see too many. I see some consolidation around this. Let's go back. I won't really know what I want to play until tomorrow. But here's that little rejection level from a long time ago. So that's 373 mark. Below that 373, I could kind of see us headed down to 363. Or even like a nice little support line over here at 368. So we could play that level 368 on futures pretty nicely. But I'm not holding anything overnight, obviously, because we're just chopping. We don't know which way it's going to go. But it might be kind of cool to get Tesla long term here pretty soon. I feel like Tesla $300 calls for a couple months out are probably huge. I love seeing these pullbacks, but honestly, that rating is not a very good sign whatsoever. So I said last time that happened was the SPY dropping like $70 or 700 points um, which is ridiculous. But as of right now, I don't see anything too crazy. I'd like to see Coinbase get down to this $80 level again, or at least within the 80s, maybe lower 80s, to get involved with these longer term, because this is just a great. I think this is a great hold long term. I thought this was a great long term hold around 50 too. So obviously we're pushing nicely. ENPH is absolutely collapsing. By the way, I've been talking about this one getting really pulled back for a very long time. Um, it has never came down from COVID like everything else did, and now it's starting to get that weakness again. So we're at 339, running all the way back to 140. Now we're back to 58. It's kind of similar to what happened to SE and Melly and all these stocks that just went on an absolute tear that made a lot of people millionaires. But some people held way too long. I know a guy that actually was multimillionaire on this stock, and then now I'm sure he doesn't want to talk about it. But Melly was pretty similar as well. Hey, boss, do you dabble in XAUSD? I do not, actually. I don't even know what that is, but I could take a look for you. XAUSD. I don't even know what that is. It's not even on here. Gold. Not really. The only gold that I'll ever look at is just the GLD, but never really dabble in it. I'm assuming that's the futures of the gold, but but I do love playing the NQ so much because it just moves like a rock star, and that's why I was able to have $2,700 day, and I'm $800 away from, or a little less than $900 away from making or a little more than $900 away from getting my fourth account funded. That would be so sick. I can't wait. Hopefully tomorrow, that's the day I beat it. I should be able to do it tomorrow since I like to have that target of $1,000 a day. I do hate that TradeAway makes you trade for 10 days before they fund you, so I'm just have to scalp in and out until that 10 days. So hopefully that puts me at what, 5 days from now for tomorrow. Say Thursday. Today's Wednesday. Oh, we're good. So today's 5, or today's 6, 7, 8. So by next Tuesday, I'll be funded again on my fourth account, hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday, which would be good. Which would be really great. So $2,700 a day. Honestly, couldn't be happier about that because the other 3 accounts are looking the exact same. So we're looking good over there on the futures account. I haven't taken out any profit yet. I do hate that. There's one thing I do hate is the wallet fees that they charge you. It's about like $50 to take out, which is so annoying. But it's like the worst ATM of all time. But still, the 80-90% split is ridiculous. Just always trying to rob you, I guess. So it makes sense to not really take out money often. Just keep building it up and maybe do it bi-weekly or monthly or whatever, just because of that $50 fee. But other than that, it's a no-brainer in my mind to sign up for futures. And I'm also hosting that class tonight. If anybody wants any last-second spots, I can teach you my strategy. I could teach you why I take certain levels, all that type of stuff. It's at 6:30 tonight. I'm keeping the class very, very small. I told people I was only going to keep like about five to 10 people in there at a time. There's a massive wait list, but I really want to make sure that I put together an entire presentation. I keep it very simple. It will be probably about 45 minutes to an hour. Asking any questions. I cover every topic, my strategy, what I do. Even some scalping strategies are really great. It's at 6:45 tonight. And if you're interested in it, I can send you the link. It is a paid link. It's a class of $197 for the night. So if you guys are interested, just let me know. I'll send you the link, and I'll let you in. I'm not supposed to be letting people in, but I'm feeling giving. I can record it. Yeah, I can also record it and send it to you if you were interested in signing up for it. I can probably just give the link through this too. Boom, 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 boom. Great presentation, in my opinion. Just going to say that. Where is this? I think this is it. I don't know where this is at. Oh, here it is. My bad. Here she comes. For the futures class, if anybody wants it, I'll give probably a couple extra spots. Not too many though, because I do not want it to be big at all. Is that futures only strategies? It's not futures only strategies. It's everything. It's basically like support and resistance lines, and where to play off them and why I play certain things that I do. They're really beneficial based off of futures, but they work on options as well. There's actually one strategy in there that has made me all my money, and that was on options. But I'm starting to switch my focus to futures because I like the tax advantages a lot more, and I love the fact that it's not my money, so I'm getting taxed at income and not short-term capital gains, and I'm loving that I can use my money to do other things like real estate or money markets or just long term type of investing while I can still trade and still make a consistent 500 to you know $2,700 today every single day, which adds up like ridiculously as you have two, three, four, five accounts. I can teach you how to beat your account. So I have a strategy on how to get these funded for you actually so you can beat the simulations. That's one of the hardest pieces. And then, some levels that really help you out set up too. So there's a lot of time frames to go over. But like I said, it's all boiled into like a 45-minute condensed thing. So I really help you out in terms of getting funded, how to operate, what are the advantages, my risk management strategy, my trading levels, support and resistance lines, and really kind of how to read candlesticks, where to get in, when it's going to reverse, that kind of stuff. It's really all about price action. Everybody will sit here and tell you about indicators. It's really only price action. And until you understand that, you're going to have a pretty tough time trading on your own. So futures is a great way to learn, especially if you're strapped for capital, because they give you 75 grand, they give you 25 grand, they give you 50 grand, 125, whatever you want for a very, very small monthly charge. And you make that 10x once you can actually be profitable in it. So I'm a big fan of it. So if you're interested, take it. As you can tell, every single day on my stories, I've been up a shit ton. You guys have seen me go up over $500 literally every single day. I don't think I've been read on here more than once, maybe once. Can't make it tonight. If you sign up, Mr. Anderson, on that link, I will send you the recorded purchase one. Yeah, it's going to be the same thing. So if you purchase that and you need it, I will record the whole thing and send it over to you. But that's what I can do for you guys. As of right now, it kind of looks like we're getting kind of weak here. So I'm looking at let's talk about some trades over here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. Really weak actually. And I really like this 15-minute and out. What is this? A 30-minute? This is kind of forming like a nice little inverse cup and handle. So I kind of like that it's rejecting this 9 EMA all day long on the 30-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart, it got above it, but now it's back below. Let's take a look at this, at these levels. QQQ. This is the daily chart. I already know the daily chart limits. Let me look at my 5-minute limits. The thing that I don't like about this is the fact that the Bollinger Bands, I am a big Bollinger Band trader. I know I just said that indicators don't mean anything, but Bollinger Bands, they mean something. I like these. It's the red and green ones. Red is overbought. Green is oversold. So shipping info should just say email address. Maybe if you're lucky, I'll send you a card. Bollinger Bands, I think I've been trading the Bollinger Bands forever. And honestly, the best trader I've ever met, when I was on the New York Stock Exchange, he runs the whole firm down there. His name's Glenn for GTS. He uses Bollinger Bands, parabolic SARs, and volume. And this motherfucker makes so much money. It's actually disgusting how much money he can make. And he's only trading shares. If he had access to like options down there, if he was ever an options trader, this dude would never. I don't know why he doesn't do it with his own money, because he's worth like it got to be at least $25 million at this point. But that guy's unreal. He's a partner and everything. So, but he taught me the Bollinger Bands, and honestly, with the volume candles, a little live look into like what I'll be teaching tonight in terms of just strategy. This is what I will look for 99% of the time in my life. If there's ever a downtrend, I love the downtrend more than the uptrend reversal, but this downtrend and then I get this hammer candle with this massive spike in volume, it's a wrap. I'll take it 99, I'll take it 100% of the time. My stop loss will be low of the day, and I will buy this candle every single time. I'll wait for it to pull up a little bit. I always like the pullback. This one was a little steeper than I expected, but usually you get like a nice little pullback to around like this mid-level candle here, right around this base. Came down a little bit more, but I still took this. I took this like right around here where I would always do it. So I bought in this area, boom, where this little line is, and I just waited. And this was a futures play, and I just waited because this is a clear sign of a reversal to me, this massive, massive volume wick. And in the bottom of a downtrend like that, I'll take that all day, especially jumping off my level, this 373 that I was showing on that daily chart earlier. So when I zoom out a little bit here, if I'm taking this trade and my stop loss is here, but my potential is a breakout, risk to reward, ridiculous reward ratio. So, oh, we're dying here. Hold on. That's just a little snippet of some levels that I play and why I play them. But I think I need to short this a little bit. It looks like we're headed to low of the day. Let me move this over to my other. Shipping request is required. That's weird. Just put something in. Just put something random in there. It doesn't need to be the exact address. Just say something. I don't know why that's in there. I can fix that. You could like put like 123 Sesame Street or something. You'll be good. But we're dying. I think this inverse cup and handle is going to head down to the lowest point. Do you use Bollinger Band on 5-minute chart? Or yeah, I do. I do it on that, and I also do it on the 15. Honestly, I use it on all of them, to be honest. So are we going to low of the day right now? I don't want to give back any profits because I don't want to. I like being under $1,000 left till I beat this challenge since I had such a big day in futures. And I hate to buy another future strategy here, which I think I can see right now, is I never buy the bottoms of these candlesticks. I always wait for a pop. Like if I'm waiting for a downside, I always wait for a pop, like I'm seeing right now. But I don't like that the QQQ is at the bottom of the Bollinger Band on the 5-minute chart. Feels like it's trying to reverse. Tons of volume coming in though, which I hate, but
Order filled.
You might see me get stopped out very fast. It's the end of the day, so it's always choppy. But I'm not going to let myself lose more than like $100 or so. This is going to be a little scalp if it doesn't completely reverse on me. I hate that it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band though. That's why it's going to be at a $100 stop loss. It's probably going to hit me off of like any sort of little bounce here. But I'm trying to get this pushed down to low of the day. I just hate these. If you saw me trade yesterday, you saw me lose like $200 of my profits very, very fast because the end of day is just so volatile and choppy. It's about to hit me, I think. Oh, yeah, for sure. It just formed a
Stop filled.
Nice little hammer there. That actually just scared the shit out of me. The 2600. I was hoping I could get that pushed down. Honestly, at that point, that's a pretty terrible trade execution because of the bottom of the Bollinger Band. It didn't really form a hammer candle like I just said. I like to take 90% of the time because it has kind of like a doji candle on it, but it's just choppy at the end of the day, always. Mr. Anderson, good looks, buddy. I'm going to, in 2 seconds, let me get you all set up real quick. I'm going to make sure that you're on the invite link just so I know to send out the recording once it's done, since you can't make it. Copy. still think that we're pretty weak. So I'm waiting for that confirmation below 374 on the Qs. If we break below 374 again, I am gonna hop in futures shorts, and I'm probably gonna go in with at least two with about $200 stop. So I just set my alert at 374.03. I know it's popping a little bit right now, but it's around this level on this 15.450. So if we can pull that back, it'd be dope. Let me put you on this invite link real quick, and then we are all set, ready to go. And I'm gonna take, most likely, probably gonna try to take another trade here at the end of the day, but I want to make sure that I'm not just gonna get chopped around like I did yesterday at the end of the day, because like I said, the mornings are the best days ever. I did trade a lot today, but I saw a lot of opportunities. So all right, Mr. Anderson, I just threw you in there. Welcome to the party, and then I'll record that for you tonight and send it over. Are you swinging any blue chips? Honestly, does it run up at the end of the day from people closing out your positions? Yeah. So like it'll either run up because there's a bunch of buyers or there's a bunch of sellers covering what they're doing right now. I mean, it's a pretty big sell-off day, 2.2%. We haven't seen one of those in a long time, but like I said, on that weekly chart, we haven't even budged. So it looks like a lot today, but when you zoom out a little bit, we haven't really moved at all. So I don't really know what it could be. I think that hopefully here in the next like 5 to 10 minutes, we could consolidate a little bit, give us some more green candles, and then we could get that drop down to that low of the day around 373. That's what I would really like, but that Bollinger Band is pretty tight, and the volume is pretty low. Its volume is very low, actually. Somehow we're still $34 million or $34 million in volume away from average, so about 33% less than usual. Snow has been getting demolished. And honestly, I might take that for a long-term play here pretty soon because that thing pays. And if it reverses back to that 180 level, it could happen in no time. Tesla's probably the best play for a reversal, but I'm going to wait for that 240 level to be touched on Tesla. So hopefully we get that in the next couple of days. And then I'd probably take some longer term calls on that one. Notice how this is just chopping around here. So not much movement here on futures. You really want to look for these larger candlesticks. But there's really not a lot going on right now. I do really like the fact that this is forming a nice little inverse cup and handle. See, I'm assuming we'll probably see at least 15,430 down here, which would pay about $200 a contract or $200 a mini per 10. So that'd be about $600 per mini contract, which would be a really nice gain if we did drop there. And honestly, I might go for that. Feels weak as hell, but I don't want to buy into a rip up.
Order filled.
I'm just going to do it. Feels weak on the Qs. We got two upper shadows. The reason I'm doing this, and I'm not always confident at the end of the day because, like I said, it's wacky as shit at the end of the day, but I'm zooming in over here. Where the hell is this? Right here. So this is the level that I'm looking at. So usually when you reverse on the bottom of the Bollinger Band, you won't get this tick up and then this other tick, and that's a lower wick here. And I'm assuming we're going to head below this 374 here in a second as some sellers start to step in here. 374.07. I go back to this. I'm up $100 on this futures put or futures short. I don't know why I always say put. My bad. Still stuck in it. But it feels like we're going to head a little bit lower here, up 120, 175, 200. And I'm going to lock that up.
Order filled.
So now I'm up 2,800 on the day. That was a nice little trade there on the downside. If you heard that little ding, that was below the 374 level. I would be really pissed off if we dropped $1 right here, but since it's the end of the day and the volume is low, I don't want to see any buyers spike that up. So I'm going to take my $200, lock up my 2,800 bucks on the day. I think, unless I start to see a lot of push down volume. Because this drop from even here to low of the day, this is why futures are fucking beautiful. 15,444 to 15,414, that's $30 on the NQ. And per $10 is $200. So that's $600 per contract. Right now, I'm kind of missing out on some gains here. I missed out on about an extra 200 bucks, which would have put me at 3,000 on the day. And honestly, that would have been fucking sick. But nice trade, boss. Thanks, man. It's just it's really hard for me to trade at the end of the day. I wish I could give you guys more of a show like I do in the mornings. The mornings are wild. I had a video that I was like, I record everything I do. And there's a video that I'll probably put on YouTube of me just screaming because I had four minis and it was just fluctuating like $400, $500, $600. Next thing you know, it just dropped like a whistle and I was up like 1,300 bucks in seconds. And this thing is tanking now. Should have just kept that. The reason that I really like those, and this isn't just go for now. Fuck, that is such a weakness. So I really like these, and this is where the Bollinger Bands, you have to really understand them. When you see a bounce like this, and then another rip up here, and then it wasn't a hammer candle exactly, it was a doji, and then you get another green candle and it rejects, and then this one isn't breaking out above this most recent high, seems pretty weak, right? So I go on the weak side with that, and I start to go with the momentum to the downside. Kind of feels like we're going to end at low of the day here. What time is it? 3:28. I'm getting itchy and greedy for that $3,000 day on futures. But this is just how much more do I need? I only need $880 tomorrow to beat this challenge. That is going to be so easy. Oh, the NQ? Listen, Grambo, I thought the ESU was amazing. NQ moves like nothing I've ever seen before. It's like a crack addiction. I don't even know how to describe it. If you're really good at trading levels, you can make so much money off this. And the fact that you can keep 90% of all the profits on this without ever being any part of your money, it's insane. I've never seen anything like this. I don't even know how this is legal, to be honest. They're literally giving you 75 grand. Technically, there's a lot of like stipulations, so I know why they're making money and I know how they're making money, but it doesn't make any sense that I pay $150 a month to have 75 grand and I'm making $3,000 in a day across 4 accounts. It's honestly disgusting. Tell them about the intraday drawdown. Oh, there's an intraday drawdown, right? So it's $1,600 on a $7,500 account. So you can't lose more than $1,600. So that's where risk management really comes into play. And you can never tell yourself that like, okay, you're down $1,300 now. Let me try to trade again because it'll shut off your account exactly. So, it's not losing, man. Who's not losing? Oh yeah, you need to take. Yeah, this isn't like a long term. Well, honestly, if you see massive drop down like I did today, you can honestly buy a put contract and just hold it. You could have held it all day and been up like $3,000 probably. But you can always set your stop loss at break even. So as long as you have a really good risk management strategy, you're gold. I love these. Please tell me that's like 104 grand. $4,000. Let's go, baby. 104 grand in the account, baby. Let's go, man. Good for you. You don't know how the intraday drawdown works correctly. All right. Educate us. Because I haven't hit it yet. So I think that maybe I do, but maybe you got something more to say. Oh, it's a new challenge account. Oh, so you almost passed the challenge already. That's fire, man. Also, Odie, which one are you using? What funded account are you using? Are you using Take Profit? Yeah, you can. So I could literally go. I could buy. I could set like a buy limit here if I wanted to. I'm a little scared that it's gonna flush, but I could set a buy limit here, and it's just waiting there, and then I could just set a stop limit right away. So it's basically automatic. And then I could do like a sell limit up here if I wanted to, if I get executed. So you're basically covered. Sweet. Yeah, there's a lot of risk management in this. You just have to make sure that like you're taking profits quick and getting in and out. It's really kind of like a. I never really hold things too much, but if I see the levels and I trade off of them, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, Odie, I kind of see what you're saying, man, but I think that you might not be exactly telling exactly max positions. What is this? Tick trader? I never even seen that before. Take profits, tick drawdown. I don't think there's a tick drawdown. And take profit. I haven't had the like if I'm up $600 and I didn't take $600 and it's at 400, I don't think that the $200 counts towards the drawdown. Or at least I haven't seen that happen yet. Because there's been times where I've been up and then it came back down and it didn't count towards the drawdown. It's more so just the open P&L, or not open P&L, daily P&L. Most seem to be Forex. Doc Savage, there's Ninja Trader, and I use Take Profit Trader right now. But I'm sure there's other ones out there. I just like Take Profit Traders, what they offer compared to other ones. But tick top steps or futures. I know that like the bunch of people are doing like cryptos coming to Trade of 8 too. So is stocks, um, and Forex as well. So I know that they're working on that in the back end, but basically all these prop firms are going to make money regardless because they're taking percentages of you, and then they're obviously your monthly subscription. So they're making money regardless. They're never going to lose money on it. But the opportunity that it presents you is really great, especially the fact that you can take out money any day. There's no weight limit. But I like it. Odie, you seem very mad, man. The I mean, for what I do, I'm a scalper, so I'm like in and out. You can see all these little ticks. It's tick by tick basis, so it probably doesn't affect me as much. But surge trader now. I feel like there's so many nowadays, man. So crazy. So many things. I thought about trying to do like starting something like this, like a Trade-of-8 platform, but it's just so much you have to get involved with. It's pretty nuts. The fact, do I not see that this is going to break down the low of the day? I really feel like it is. You took an ES long? Oh, man, you're making me feel like I shouldn't take this QQQ short then. I just want to beat this challenge real quick, get the fourth funded account, and call it a day. But I do see what you're saying now. There's a lot of that's a pretty bullish momentum candle. If it breaks at 374 with ease, then it could easily push up. But all right, this is getting annoying. Yeah, I agree, Tebow. I was gonna say there's a lot more that I'm gonna go over in depth in the class and stuff. I just needed to not get it all out right here because it's gonna bore the shit out of everybody. That's why I'm hosting a class because there's a lot to go over. Definitely making 5 figs a day. All right. Bring back the love, everybody. Bring back the love. Maybe. Oh shit, Grambo, you're crushing it right now, man. Crushing it. Pushing up. Are you long or are you in options right now for the run up? It just gets so volatile at 340. That's why I stay far away. I stay far away near the end of the day. Unless there's like some of those days that I miss where you could just catch those massive squeezes that run up like 2 to 3, whatever. Those are my $2 to $3. Those are my favorite days because it just squeezes like crazy. I got a 200 a mini. Good shit, man. Good shit. I don't use Quant Tower. How is it versus Trade Evade? Honestly, I don't even know. I've only ever used Trade Evade, so I feel like maybe there's better out there. I've just had a good experience and success with this one so far, so I've been really enjoying the futures plays. But I mean, if you have the funds to fund your account, there's really nothing bad about just funding your own account and getting approved for futures trading with your own money. I would just say just make sure that you're very good with your stop loss and risk management because it's pretty nuts if you just let things go. So I'd be careful with that. But if you're above the income tax level of 37%, then I think that that's a really good route to go. But if you're below that, then I would say that this is a really good route to go because you get taxed at income rather than short-term capital gains. And futures contracts get taxed at around 27%, 26.8% because it gets taxed as like long and short. There's like a weird calculation behind it. So they get taxed a lot less. So if you are above that income range of 37% tax bracket, then maybe just fund your own account if you have the capital to do so and you get approved because that would help you out a lot more too. But I've never used Quant Tower. Trader and shares are the way to go. If you have a lot of capital to push out, I mean, that's what Deck's doing, and he's crushing it right now. Just takes a lot of capital up there to buy 1,000 shares or 500 shares of something like that. And honestly, the high risk and adrenaline rush it is when those things are squeezing up like that, and he's like playing halted stocks. I have horror stories from halts just working on the New York Stock Exchange. Sometimes we would gap stocks up or gap stocks down so much when they opened up that if you were on one side of that, the wrong side, you just get destroyed. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Just getting in and out. Definitely keeping your stop loss. That's a great risk management strategy. That's why I think the futures are also very great because it's the same thing. They just move just like option contracts without that theta decay. So that's why I've been a big fan of these. Covered calls are the best. And honestly, some of the best covered calls I've seen would be Coinbase. I think Coinbase is the most beautiful option contract possibility out there. But just because the implied volatility percentage is so high. And then there's also the implied volatility percentage is so high, but so is the theta. The theta is ridiculous, and the spreads between each other, like the $10 difference, $5 difference, is not a lot of money at all. It could be like in an options play. Like I remember shorting. I was actually on the wrong side of Coinbase after that suing. Like they got sued or they were being threatened to be sued, and I sold a put, and then when I sold the put, that just started it tanked 20%, and I opened it up and I was only down $30 or $300 per put that I sold. So it was like I think I only sold two, so it was like $600 or something like that. And by the end of it, it was like a week until it expired. That week ended up that week later, it ended up being worth $0. So I ended up collecting all of that premium, and now the stock is at 90. It was at 114 at one point, 117 at one point, and the stock dropped to 45. And a month later, just ran like crazy. It was nuts, but I don't know. I think the Coinbase, if you do sell options, that's not the worst. That's not the worst thing in the world. Is looking at is Coinbase, because Coinbase is beautiful. Turn off my message notifications. I actually don't even know how to do that. Alerts, maybe? I don't see that. Oh, I see it. As long as you can still hear me. I think something's off now, but as long as you can still hear me, I think you can, but got it. Got it. Let's see here. Is there anything happening at the end of the day here? I don't think so. I think we're probably just going to be chopping around. It looks like it's starting to get a little bit of love up here, but above this 9 EMA. I got it. I just kept it off just because it was a lot. But oh. 2,800. I don't know if it's worth it for me. It does look like it wants to go long, Grambo, but like I said, literally the end of the day is so worthless to play. You're just basically gambling at that point because you never know when the D quotes are going to come in. It could go against you. I guess that's where risk management is always key, but it seems like the last few times I've always tried to play the reversal or the momentum, I just get stopped out. So I think I might just call it a day. Walk with the $2,800 and this is a test count. Try to beat the challenge tomorrow. I need $900 more, but let's see what happens. Tired, man. Tired. Long ass day. Tesla 254. Run up to 254.70. I don't know if I like this. Oh. Odie, you're kind of getting on my nerves, man. I got a funded account. I'm going to teach all of that tonight in the class, man. I think we understand. For people that aren't in it, they would know that if they take the class. So I'm a scalp trader, and that's why you see a bunch of these ticks in for a reason. There's a certain strategy to play with. So I'm going to do all of us a favor for a little bit and honestly stop the stream because I was having a good day, and then bad blood came in. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna be hopping off. That's all I got for those that were here for the. Sometimes I use micros at the end of the day just to see if I'm right. Yeah, honestly, that's probably not a bad idea. Maybe I should switch to micros at the end of the day. But honestly, I've had a good trading day, and I got some stuff to work on the marketing side of stuff that I do. So I will be out of here, and if you guys need me, you know where to find me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.